All right, hey folks, we're going to continue working on artwork for the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration supplement that we'll be publishing on DMsGuild in a matter of weeks. Give me a second here to check my signal. I will then go through a quick intro, and then we will get to work. So mic check, and then we will get to work. It sounds like I'm coming through A-OK. I'm going to hit the Discord, the Twitter, the Reddits, all the things to get us up and running here, folks geez, we're on episode 301. That's hilarious. All right, so folks who don't know, hey, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, I publish them here online. I've been focusing on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition for a number of years now. There are a slew of links in the description down below. You can check out pretty extensive free previews. All the stuff that I've created in the past, you're welcome to kick through and check out. Give me a second here. I'm pressing a bunch of buttons in Discord to say, hey, I'm up and running. So I'll be caught up with you guys in a moment. If you're here in the future, hey, future, you can skip forward like 15 seconds or something if you want, and I'll probably be done with this. But let's see. So I'm a DM and I DM in 5th edition. I run campaigns from level 1 to 20 in about 200 to 250 hours, and the things that I build, like you can check out in the previews down below. I either build something because it organically manifested during the course of a campaign that I thought would be cool to codify and publish as a piece, like the Theurgy ability check spellcasting supplement that I have down beloe. And other things are other supplements were built intentionally because I want to run a campaign and I wanted more mechanical depth than what 5e currently has, but I didn't want to turn to another game. So I built the tools needed to run a style of game that I want using the 5e engine. 5e is an amazing engine because it is so customizable. It's like what is it? The Nissan Acura of the street racing industry. I think it's the Acura that you can just mod the hell out of, and it's super easy to break down and build back up differently. 5e is that Nissan, so it just rides well. And so I can play D&D and have any kind of campaign that I want. This Spelljammer supplement that we are creating here is a great example of that. So I had the idea of, I wanted more mechanical depth than what was in the Spelljammer Adventures in Space campaign that was offered by Wizards of the Coast. So I created additional supplemental material here. We're at 107 pages right now, and this is a deep dive into combat using 5e combat mechanics at the scale of ships, using the same type of action economy that your character would use in different roles. And right now we're working on a system generator. So all these blank spaces, we'll play test the thing. It tested great. Then we go through and clean up all the language, hire an editor to help make sure it words well. Drop it in. I use Microsoft Word for my page layouts, but then we break up the ideas into the book into bite-sized ideas here online that are easy to digest. And then all these blank spaces are where the illustrations go. So I'll then extract this page out of the Word document and drop it in over here into Photoshop, and then we start illustrating. So that's where we're at right now. This book cover we created back around episode 15. So you can go here. Here's the full playlist. You can check out. We have more subscribers. Thanks a lot, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. That's fantastic. Thanks to everyone that's being supportive of the work. I'm on Twitter at Phil Kearney. You can follow me there to get updates of when I go live. I also provide notification of polls and stuff that I have up and running. Reddit community, the Spelljammer collective. This is Spelljammer Preservation. Great channel, great support, great questions coming from people that want to make things work. That's awesome. Discord channel is up and running here. We currently have a vote actually going for what kind of a martial powers character I'm going to create today at lunchtime. So if you're interested in that, you can check out the link down here, dive in, and voice your opinion if you would like. So hey, that's where we're at. So let's get started here. We've got about an hour or so we can play today. We're here 6 days a week. Monday through Friday, we're doing artwork like this. At lunchtime, typically Mondays, Tuesdays, and Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, I'm typically working on the Martial Powers project to create alternate magic, an alternate magic system for martial characters to use, akin to but completely different from spellcasting in 5e. So, using the playtest that we're building is for Ravnica. It's a hex crawl through the Rubble Belt. The Rubble Belt is the region of Ravnica that's been destroyed by 20-mile-long worms, kind of like Dune, but urban setting, destroying everything. And so in the Rubble Belt, urban structures can lie fallow for hundreds of years because there just isn't any budget of infrastructure to go in and fix it, or there's no priority targets that need reclamation. Shout out to Ukulele Bard for Reclamation, my guy. Reclamate's a role-playing game that Joseph Vargas, also known as Ukulele Bard Online, he was a co-writer and technical editor for the mechanics inside of this book. He helped make sure that the math worked and that we weren't introducing too many ideas that were OP, and scrutinized different options we were testing, that we were using during playtesting. Like, for example, the dodge action as a pilot option, like as a pilot reaction, it's too strong because the way that it was worded, it would be that not only the ship but everybody on board the ship would have you'd be at disadvantage to attack any targets, and there was too many targets on the battlefield, and there's not enough attack bonus coming off of siege commanders to warrant having a perpetual disadvantage on any target that you can attack if a co-pilot was willing to just drop a reaction for dodge. So, like, for example, so we ditched dodge, but instead picked up deflect. Deflect is an option that when you use your reaction, if there's an attack, you can make that attack miss instead. This is actually huge, like for opening silos that are coming in at you. If you have initiative, or if you're active in the game already, it allows you to the first any attack during the course of a round, but especially the first attack can be dodged once per round. As we talked about in the Siege Commander mechanics, you have the ability to fire as many weapons that are ready as you want. So you can hit someone with 6 catapults at one time and deal stupid amounts of damage. So instead of having a dodge, which would just be a blanket disadvantage, good luck, instead the deflect, however many people you have piloting with you, can use reactions to be able to take the deflect action to eat up and make do dodge checks, or to prevent taking damage from an attack. So that is really useful to prevent some of the larger damages. But that only works at the ship level. Like a squadron commander can't command an entire squadron or fleet to do so. It's only if it's in your individual ship. So it's limited on the scale of combat you're dealing with. Because when you're in squadron combat, there's presumably you're allowing ships to be taking damage instead of like your own capital ships, so that you can continue leading the battle while soldiers and ships aboard ships are taking the hits and being sacrificed. And great thing about destroying a ship is that you can go through and pick up all the soldiers that are floating amongst the wreckage. You have to specifically take time out of battle to go fetch survivors, whether with intention of capturing them or to rescue them. You got to go get them. So, and it's great that the mechanics of a ship that's destroyed knocks it out as a combatant at the 50 and 500 foot scale, but at any time you can do rescue missions by just zooming in to collect that crew. Or like if you're fighting Yogi could be floating along behind night spiders, picking up bodies as they get pulled out of wreckage. So anyway, neat ideas there, fun stuff. Oof, man, I like how that sits. All right, we're gonna let that sit then. Who are you? Hey, that's right. I've got a timer going to make sure I don't fall down any tangents for too long, and that thing goes for 20 minutes a pop. So I've still got about an hour and a half left in me. So let's just keep doing some stuff. We're going to go and look at our reference. Oh, that's what I needed to do. Is I need to fix the text. So I'm going to drop this here. The text is overlapping the planet, and I like the planet so much I don't want it overlapped anymore. So I have to rearrange the text. So let's do that. That R. Here, let's do all this. We'll grab this. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to rearrange text placement in the Word document by treating the text as an image that we can manipulate. So there. Cut, paste. That. This will be a little tedious, so hang on tight. Just do some surgery here. Sculpting the text of the document around where I want the picture to be, and then we can go back into Word here and rearrange these texts by just ending lines earlier. There, and beep. Nap, 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 nap. Oh, looks like I grabbed some stray letters over here I didn't need to. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. There. See, now that's curving around the planet very nicely. Very, very nicely. Okay, cool. So, but I still have to continue rearranging the text. So, beep. At this point, I can generally just cut the thing in half and just place it, because that's roughly how it's going to fill the space if I open that up. That's going to leave enough. Go like, yeah, like this. We'll take that out. It'll end up something like this. See, that rebalances the page. Now I have a much more gentle curve kicking up through here, and I have a little space so I can still put, I wanted to have a ship that was going to be here like, why aren't you working? Thank you. Like a ship or something like this. Anyway, that's the idea. So Now we're going to go back into the Word document and fix it all. Merge the group down to TXT, but we're not going to keep it. Not for long. Take that back up to full. The background. Bro, presents that are. Let's see how this pans out. There. That, I think that's going to curve very, very nicely. Yeah, that's going to sweep very nicely. But our very... There. Countered. Alright, let's see what happens. I don't want to make it too narrow, but I don't need to stretch it out either. So let's pull the window open here a bit. Oh, this is working out. Look at that shit. Alright, broke our streak. Keep receding. How's that sit? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Still? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, sure shit. Alright. Didn't make a difference there. World by Zorn. There we go. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. How does it sit? Don't like that the reroll is sticking out. Okay. Just doing a gut check here. I think that'll work. All right, let's try this again. Damn. The overall curve. It's not a bad curve. I'm looking at the negative space here inside of this, like what the actual frame of the text is, and it doesn't seem, it's a little haphazard. I would have been yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the hang. Exist. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's neat. On V, this allows me to like this, to like that. There we go. I think this is going to curve out. So far, so good. Ooh. That's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But still, it's 14 overall because I reduced a line up here. That's a decent curve, but is it too jarring? The only way for me to fix it would be to cleave the creature off. All right, we'll try one more. All right, I mean, this is panning out. I mean, it works. Right now I'm just kind of working on style points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. One line more than this. I mean, all I can really do is drop it in and see how it feels. So let's get rid of the background. And that's page 81. Okay, so file, export, PDF, interior pages, system generator, 81. Shit, I rushed it. I didn't do enough. Now it's going to do the whole damn book, but without a background. Ugh. Please stop. All right, well, I guess it's time for a sip. This is building a 107-page PDF Took about 15 seconds, including comments even. Wow, what a train wreck. Get out of my space. Let's try that again. Export. PDF. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Interior pages. System. 81. This time we'll go with options. Current page. Document only. No comments and property tags. Okay, thank you. Replace it. God, yes, please. And we're done. That's how quick it should take. So that's page 81. We're good there. We're going to undo erasing the background so we can keep it. We're going to save for posterity. We're going to come back to here. We're going to blot out the text. Going to open. Back out. System generator 81. Page. Okay. Opens. Select all. Copy. Paste into place. There we go. So this is how it sits. And that is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. And this area is more disjointed than I wanted. So great. This is why we do these things. Let's do it again. When light comes streaming in, we'll get up and do it again. Oh man. I'm gonna be a happy idiot. Alright, let's go to, yeah. Hey, that worked. Is this working? That's right. I don't need this much curve. I can just let it. This is acceptable. All right, let's try it again. Yes. All right. Beep, 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 beep. There, and now we will file. Let's export again. I think we have the text right this time. Welcome to the sexy world of page layouts. Yes, engage. And we're done. Yumpin' yamanu. File, open. 81, page, okay. Select all, copy. Paste in place, and that is much better. See, now the text is cleanly curving around the planet. I feel pretty good about this. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. I have it out. Let's try this. 20-minute timer. I can do that. Can I clean up that? Oof. Mayhap this work. Oof, that's a decent block. I like that. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. All right. Conceal the ordeal. Here, we'll kill these things. Nope. I think third time here. I think we Goldilocks our way into it. So, let's try this one more time. Get rid of the background so I don't extract that. File, export, interior pages, system generator, 81, options, current document, no bells and whistles. Popped open, file, open, 81, page, extract, select all, copy into place, and holy crap, yeah, that's actually sitting very nicely. It's worth the effort, folks. It's worth the effort every time. Does shit always take longer than I want it to? Yes, it does. Is it worth it? 100%. Look at that. It's fucking gorgeous. This is all, so we have to block all this out. Basically what we're doing right now. Since we're building this background, we're getting the planet going. I want to make sure that this is a masking layer. It's it basically if you don't know what a mask is, if you disable it, the text it's all still there. This is just basically creating a cloak of invisibility over the text, or we're making the artwork. We're making the artwork invisible so that it doesn't get in the way of the text. Someone's lining up my edge here. Have our handy dandy square tool. I said handy dandy and it didn't. How's your day going? I don't like how snug that is. Too snug. That text cuts so close. Save button here real quick before I make any mistakes I regret for the rest of my life. God, this is the roughest cut I've done in a long time. Woof. Super fucking woof. Varg. I do want to fade this out though. How ironic is that? Do want to fade out. Okay, so maybe we transition this down to the background instead. Wrong one. Yeah, unfuck this. Nope, it was there. It was just never complete. Figuring it out. I know blocking like this can work. Let's see. Let's go with a circle tool. You cut there. And then let's select inverse. Oh, look how clean that is. Much better now. And, ooh. The dash legs. Pick up the whole illustration, maybe. Yeah, can't be helped. Something like that. I gotta figure out the jump, the background. Wait, what the hell is that? The actual fuck? Oh, I see what happened. Damn it. Alright, hold on. This needs to be attached. That's what happened. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's kind of fun. I kind of really like that. Let's unpeel this. Take this down to here again. That's a really fun way to block that. It's kind of a bit close. I would like... All right. Let's see. Let's see what this button does. What does this button do? That kind of feels really good, huh? That kind of really feels good. Now I don't want to ship down here because I like how this is framing so well. It's just the planet and the sun. And then I can have the a darker backsplash here. Oh my god, I love this. All right, yeah, this is great. I gotta fix the planet, obviously, so it's like, you know, interesting. but we'll get there. We've got a. It looks like we have. It looks like we have a plan that actually is going to work. So I'm going to take. I'm going to put another layer mask here so I can do just a soft blend effect. Skill points if I can get the value of the sky to match the value of the stripe, just as a skill shot sort of thing. I can see it's a razor thin margin there. There we go. Good. I want to keep that. I want to keep that hard framed. Huh. Kind of liking that too. Let's just leave that be for now. This is super cool. Okay, I'm good with it. Whoa, hey there, timer. Nice. All right, let's leave that be. And we'll get back to work on the planet. I'm really happy with that. This is neat. Exactly where I need to be then. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Building out little shapes in the crust to form different sort of. It's just a desert world, but I think this creates fun little geographies that you can define. Like this could be the I don't know, the plane of fire. The whole fucking thing's all lava, but yeah, over here specifically they call it the plane of fire. For instance, you can do cool stuff like that. That would be kind of cool, actually, building a lava world with the continents being flotillas in a sea of lava. Magma, so fire along the coasts would be a massive issue. You probably want to stay away from the coasts instead of embracing them. Thermal drafts could make for easy flight. So instead of sailing on the lava itself with like fire resistant boats, it would instead be you specifically fly above the lava because of the heat that comes off of the lava. It makes things float and stay aloft. So as long as your ship doesn't get reduced to 0 damage, you'll be able to safely glide from one continent to another without having fear of touching down on the radiance, the fire damage that would just kill you. That's a fun idea. So for the rubble, my home table just finished our 20th level campaign last night, and we're now going to be gearing up to begin the new campaign, which I've stated before is going to be using this Spelljammer supplement that we're creating here. So there's going to be an opportunity for me to start building a hex crawl style game using the tools of this book to build out the campaign. Of course, I'm going to do it here on stream to show you guys like how this stuff works, but I really need to fucking finish up the thing to be able to do that effectively. So I am scrambling to get this book done, not only so I can have it published, but so I can start using these tools to build out the campaign, and you guys can play along, like read along in the preview to see what it is that I'm doing. But one of the things that I was concerned about the asteroid belt campaign, the scope of it, and it becoming, if it's just you guys can go find a rock to mine, go mine it, sell the resources, expend the resources to gain more assets, rinse, repeat. That's not gonna last long. I don't think that's a good format. So what I decided instead was we're keeping the asteroid belt mining. There's going to be a number of rival. We already know that there's going to be like pirates, and there's a nation. Redra is pissed off that we're even trying to mine crystal from orbit anyway because it fucks with their dreamers. So to them, that's a holy war. You're basically committing genocide against their against their leaders. So there's some decent antagonists that are going to be built into the game. But I was concerned about how you just like go around in orbit mining asteroids, and how if there's multiple guilds that are doing this, how do you stake a claim without being without just constantly being at war? And that's by having territories. So when using this as an example, the campaign has a series of crystals that orbit. It's an asteroid belt that, instead of a moon, that orbits the planet. And there's other bodies that are further out, but you have a contract for mining the asteroid belts. You and a number of other people do. So it's you and other mining guilds that are up here pulling ore and crystal out of these asteroids that are floating. The thing that I think we need to do to make this work is the team has a territory, and we'll break the territory down probably into like a 9x9 grid using the scaling mechanics that we have inside of this book. So they would have this 9x9 grid, and it might be like, maybe it'll be like a 300-mile block. So it's a 300 by 300 mile space that they have mining rights to. And the thing is that the asteroid belt moves faster than the planet moves. So every season or a quarter, or however we, probably every month, maybe we'll do that, new rocks will fall into their zone. And so the trick is, how much ore can you extract from how many rocks are in zone, how long are they going to be there, and how much resources can you extract from it while you are. And then there's the issue of poachers. People knowing that this isn't their territory, but coming into your territory to steal a rock they don't think that you're looking at. So you can have wars with other guilds. So we have to then just make a grid of how many territories are staked out around the planet. That determines how many rivals you have. And so over the course of the campaign, the team can ally with other factions, or may even do buyouts to be able to buy up a larger block of land, so that they can have more resources that they're investing to be able to harvest more stones while they're in territory with the team. So then, so I want to use the 6 industries from the In Command series that I had been playtesting before Spelljammer. That is inspired by Adam Hancock. Is my editor for this book, and he created the Baldur's Guide to Kingdom Building, which has 6 industries that act as ability scores for ability checks on the scale of a nation. So like your nation is acquiring ability scores by increasing its industrial presence. So like you increase your military strength, you're effectively raising your strength. So that's like the core concept of it, using a 5e chassis. And we're curving off. He's my editor, so I'm curving off of his own mechanical designs into the In Command system, which creates a more in-depth system of ability checks and basically like skill challenges that nations and guilds can perform using these six industry attributes. The more resources you have in your military attribute, then the more weapons, soldiers, mecha, and weapon quality you can acquire as assets for your guild. So, and if you work like commerce as an attribute, then you can create more connections for buying resources. Like merchants will be easier to sell with you, and you can get better deals or a better deal for the resources that you extract from the asteroids. And these will just basically become ability checks that the team can perform. So hopefully the downtime maintenance stuff doesn't take much, like maybe takes an hour, and then establishing what asteroids, like in like one season, these are the asteroids that are in your area, and then by next season those will be gone. And then each month we can, since they'll have a 9x9, they'll have a 3x3 grid, each month we can push the asteroids one square. So they'd have a season worth of rocks in queue at any time, but each month it's going down a conveyor belt of moving out of zone and being handed off to the next group. So as this happens, as time goes on, you're going to be getting asteroids that already have holes in them that have already been dug out, but they didn't have time to get to all the resources. So there's stuff that's exposed that's easy for sometimes you'll get an asteroid that's been completely dug out and it's worthless. Sometimes you'll get to a stone that's untouched. Sometimes you'll get a stone that has been worked on but had to be abandoned. Sometimes you'll have to abandon a project that's only halfway been only halfway harvested, and that's what's going to tempt poaching, by staying on the project too long before you cross into zone. So there's going to be border patrols, keeping an eye out for different rocks that are coming into orbit or into zone that might be poached, that you'll have to then chase them off because they're trying to extract their ore, and you're trying to stop them from getting away with their ore because they push themselves on the border too long. That's the idea. So you could be doing a mining team, you could be doing a raiding team, a border patrol team, actual pirates that are in or monsters that are like actual threats. Like poachers, they don't want to fight. They just want to get out with their resources. But combatants are either active pirates that want to destroy you, or monsters that have been discovered that are wreaking havoc. So you could have a monster on an asteroid, then float into your zone, and now you've got beholders that you have to deal with, because the last team pissed off a nest of beholders that were squirreled away inside of this asteroid. They cracked it open, and now it's spitting out beholders. Now you have to deal with that. Like that's a thing that can happen, and I'm hoping I can build this so it's interesting, but now I'm trying to find how do we keep the team from latching on to us, like identifying with a specific character as a normal campaign, but also be able to pan out so that they're not worried, so that there's more going on than what their individual, like one individual character could be. So you don't want to think about your character, you want to think about your role. Like, what role are you playing on the team right now, and what character can you insert, or what resources can you apply that your guild has access to allow you as a player to be able to make a difference in decision making and dice rolling and action economy to help accomplish the goal of the team. And that's what I'm still sussing out. So it's not easy being cheesy. What happens if I connect these? Well, it looks unnatural as fuck. I could do that, but that's kind of bad for this. That's not necessarily bad. What if I got rid of that? Yeah, that feels pretty good. Let's drop the opacity on that a bit so it fades in. We're gonna be doing this for a little bit, so let's settle in. My goal is to have this piece done by Friday. I think I'm gonna be able to hit that pretty easily. And then after that's done, we're gonna go back to the Creatures Menagerie. We never spent any time here on stream on the Creatures Menagerie, so there's a number of creature tokens that we created, probably back down like around episode 160 something. We built a bunch of creature tokens, and I want to. I already dropped them into the page where they fit, but I want to take a look at integrating them a bit more into the document as a whole. By just putting up like a sky back, like a Wildspace backdrop behind some of them, like where it might be appropriate, just to pretty up the page a little bit, you know. So that'll probably take a few days for us to do that, but I want to do that because I just think it's the weakest section in the book, so I wanted to glam that up a little bit without overcommitting myself. And then we finished another page of the Light of Zaraxis conversion guide last night off stream. You guys would probably be bored to tears if I streamed that stuff, but so I don't bother. I do it in the evening when I'm off stream anyway. I'm trying to save the visual elements that we do to stream time. But that's coming along. We have potentially 7 or maybe 8 pages to go in that. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get that done by this time next week. And that'll leave us only with, once we get the Creature Menagerie done and the Light of Zaraxis guide done, then we drop the token elements into the Light of Zaraxis conversion guide using all the tokens, all the ship tokens, maps, and creature tokens that we created. I don't think I finished up the Omama map, so once we get to the Omama section of the conversion guide, we'll go in and make sure that it is properly finished. And then we'll have since all the art will be done for the actual book at that point, I can start hyperlinking and sealing up the text portion while I'm off screen, and then start dropping. I have to do all the hyperlinking. I'll build the table of content. I think I'll build the table of content on stream with you guys, just so you can see what that looks like how I'm doing that. Just so you can see how Phil does stuff. I'm going to hit save here in case something weird happens. And then once the hyperlinking is done, oh shit, I think I want to build combat cards for all the fucking ships. It's another thing I have to do for 20 some odd ships, but I think I want to have, like, it doesn't say anywhere in the document what weapons each ship has, and I infer a lot, but I don't actually I haven't actually defined anywhere other than in Light of Zaraxis specifically what weapons are available on each ship. And although it's depicted in an illustration of the tokens that I have, that's something I have to fucking do. So chances of us having to extend out into February at this point is incredibly high. I feel horrible about that, but it is what it is, and we got to do what we got to do. So I'm just going to sally forth with best intentions of being done as quickly as possible, but there's going to be a significant shift in gears. Oh god, that looks so good. And what we're doing on stream, because we're now getting out of the creative process of creating illustrations into production. But I can do, like, doing the ship, the ship combat stats. That once I get the rhythm on that, it shouldn't take too long. I should be able to build those out here in the mornings with you guys, and it gives me a chance to brag about the ships. So that'll be fun. So I'm actually looking forward to that, and it'll help distract you from the more boring elements that I have to resolve before the thing can actually publish, like the layouts and like all the hyperlinking and stuff like that. I can do that off screen. So I think this Saturday I'm going to be building the combat cards. So that'll be a live stream. Stay tuned for that if you're interested. You know, like, subscribe, bell icon, blah blah blah. This is fun. I like this. Time we spent in the lava on the lava mountains, that was or the volcanic. Arf! The words I'm trying to use here is I'm glad we invested the time that we did on this, because I feel really confident with doing lava and stuff now. This was a very, very fun piece to build, and I'm pretty happy with how it sits right now. So I might add a little lance of lava coming down over here, and maybe like a little bubbling going on here, but I like this being a little quieter than over here. I like that piece. I like this piece a lot. This shit was fucking fun to do, man. This is a badass project. I know there's a number of people that have said that they're interested in having this once it's published, so I feel bad the time that I have to, you know, that there's like one more thing. Oh yeah, wait, one more thing. It's like, I feel it's necessary. I feel just really guilty about how long this thing has taken. Like that. I'll get over it, but I'm just confessing. I feel guilty when things take longer than I want them to. Not even longer than I think they can realistically be done. Just that I want. And that's a bad place to be in, man. Because it's like you can want whatever you want. You could want to be an elephant, but I mean, good luck with that. feels like it's too much. Feels a lot better now. Just about done with this. And then I'll start working on that pole again. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. And let's cut back on it a bit. Not bad. So far, so good. So what, you know? So let's go with base. Magma. That's highlight. So we want to be down here. All right, so we're back. We're back here again, my friends. feels right. This is, I think we're already doing a lot better than last time. Big thanks to the Muse. She knows what to do. Flickering effect that just happened. That was weird. Hour and 25 minutes in. Weird flicker. Let's check it out. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it. Alright, I'm gonna let that go for now. So let's keep working on our olive pit. I bet I'll be able to fake this a lot easier if I don't try to just make it a flat disc, but instead let the topography that we already created help shape what the area looks like. That'll make it a lot more natural, for one. But it alleviates us from having to be perfect. I don't think we would have recognized that. Well, we didn't, obviously, originally recognize that. So this has been really productive. Oh shit, 7:56. All right, well, we're gonna have to stop it there. I'm really happy with where we're coming along here, guys. So let's go ahead and hit the brakes for the day. When we pick up, we'll continue working on this polar region. I think we're actually just about there. Something like this, perhaps. Oof, see that? I just want to keep pushing. Really just want to keep pushing. So let's just, again, we can make this a really rough. There's that flicker again. All right. Okay, so we're going to be back in about 4.5-ish hours. We're going to be building an Orzhov. There's a poll up on my Discord. You can find my Discord down here in the link to vote on whether you want a rogue, a monk, or a warlock for the Orzhov Syndicate. We'll be building one of those at lunchtime, so I'm going to check the polls around noon and start building from there. So that's what we're doing today at lunch. We'll be back tomorrow morning to continue working on this poll to get this illustration finished. I love how this is coming along. I love this. This is yeah, we're doing good. Okay, great. So that's what we'll be. So we'll continue working on this tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow night, we have more Eberron tokens that we'll be building. Friday, we'll be back here and hopefully finishing this piece here. And then we'll be doing Rakdos at lunch on Friday. And then on Saturday, we're going to be building ship combat cards for all the different vessels and fighter craft that we have in the book here. And then on Sunday, we'll have a published video, a pre-written video that not live, that I'll be recording, talking about probably weapons, different weapon options for the siege, for the siege weapons and the fighter craft. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. I will see you on the other side. Thanks a lot for being here. Later, skaters.